Hi, guys. Hi, everyone. So, I want you to ask yourself a question. Do you love yourself? Like, do you like yourself? Hmm? For a long time, I did not like myself. I did not like myself at all. My world was falling apart. I was crying a lot. I was angry. I was frustrated. I was mean. I was a snob. I had a nasty attitude. My relationships were all toxic. Like, I dated shitty guys. Yeah, I did. And I was broke. I was a mess. I was partying from Monday. I was a party animal Monday to Sunday. Like I was crazy out here. I thought I was living, but I was so broken. I was a mess. I did not like myself. Like I was not someone anybody would, I was not someone anybody would like. That is why I did not like myself. And I made a conscious decision to work on myself, to be happy, to start enjoying life, because life is here to be enjoyed. And life is for the living. You have to start living. And there are things I did to work on myself, to get to a point where I love myself, where I love me, where I know I deserve the best, and where I come from a place of love, even to other people, even in my relationships. I was so mean by the even saying hi to people was a problem. I was mean to men that I met. I was feeling like, you know what, like I'm so special and those things. And in return, I dated very shitty men. I had the worst, even friendships. You know how you have friends, but you don't have friends? You have friends, but you're even scared of sharing what's ailing you, because by the time they're leaving your house, they're already calling other people to tell them. Or you have friends, like I would go broke and had no one to turn to, because the people I used to call my friends were so judgmental that you don't want to tell them you're broke because you don't want them to see you don't have money. I was a mess. And I made a conscious decision to work on myself, and that is what I want to talk about today. For those who keep asking me about loving yourself, getting to that point, for those who keep telling me I'm suicidal, what do I do? I want to talk about things you can do, where you can start. I'm not saying maybe it might get you through, but you can start from somewhere. So the first thing I did, and this is really important, is I had to look at the patterns in my life, especially the patterns with my friendships. They were shitty. They were crazy. They borrow money, they never refund. You pay all their bills every time. They come to your house, they pick your handbags, they will never return. They talk behind your back, they body shame you. You have people in your life, but you don't really have. So I had to look at the patterns in my life, and especially also in my relationships. I did a video where I spoke about dating a narcissist. He was so toxic, but I was also toxic. And I had to look at the patterns in my life, how, because men were treating me really bad. I had really men who did not also like me. I did not like myself. I was unlikable, you guys. Yeah, so I had men treating me so badly. But you know why? Because I was also toxic. Because I was treating myself the same way. Like I did not like myself. I used to party from Monday to Sunday. I don't have money. I am crying. I don't have friends. I am lonely. I do not like, like everything was just falling apart. I did not like my job. Like I was, and I checked the patterns, and I realized it's my world, and those bad things were happening in my world. Everybody has their world. Everybody talks about their world. This is my world. You're in your world. If my world is falling apart, it means it's me who's falling, as in it's my fault. I should be able to be in control, And I had to look at those patterns. I did not like myself. I treated myself so badly. That is why when these men were treating me badly, I did not realize it was that bad. I did not realize, because I thought it was the normal. I didn't know anything different. So please look at the patterns in your life, the friends in your life, your relationship with your neighbors, the patterns about your relationships with your colleagues, with the people around you, with your co-workers, with your employees, with your people you have a relationship with. And the patterns will tell you, because you're the constant in those relationships. You're the denominator. You have been in all those relationships, and if they crumble, if they are messy, you are the problem. I had to really look at that. It was so important for me, because I was Miserable. I was miserable. I was crying in the blankets. You know, guys know what I mean. And then every time I was broke, I would be sick. Like I would have migraines. I would start shaking. I was like I had pegged the quality of my life on money, on material things, on how many friends I had. Like I think I was just vague. Let me say that. So this is also important, spending time alone. Solitude. You have no idea what solitude can do. Solitude is spending time alone, and I will talk about solitude on an episode on its own. So let me tell you one thing. God is within us, right? We say God is omnipresent. So you will never see God in a robe walk into your nail salon or walk into your house or walk into wherever you are. But God uses people. God can only use you in silence, in solitude, when it's calm. And you know, God reveals to us these things. For example, what I'm talking about here, like I get these ideas when I'm quiet, when I'm in my thoughts, and it's my best time. I feel so connected. So spend time alone. Spend time alone, have nature walks, and the reason sometimes we don't even understand ourselves or what is happening is because we're busy. We are busy in the noise. Like it's too noisy for even us to understand. So spend time alone so that God also can use you. He can manifest your purpose. He can reveal to you things about your friends, about people that you didn't even know about. He can reveal things to you that you also did not know about. I also talk about that time I was single. I took myself on very nice dates. I went for movies. I hung out by myself. Some days I would do a spa in my house. I don't go for facials, especially in salons, because I have sensitive skin. One of these days I'll do my skincare routine as part of self-care. You guys. So sometimes I would take days, maybe when I'm off work, I would do a spa, I would do my facial, I would do a very nice hot bath, I would oil my skin, and then I would shave, and then I would just take care of myself alone in silence. Sometimes I put slow music. The things you know about yourself, the things God reveals to you. I'm not like that spiritual, you guys. I'm a lifeist, and I believe life is for the living. But at the same time, when I understood these things, life has been so good for me and easier. Spend time alone. God speaks through people. And sometimes when you say, hey, that guy, that has been sent by God, that must have been God. God uses people. Let God use you, even to reveal to you your purpose, to reveal to you things in your life, to show you signs before even things happen. Because sometimes we are so busy, caught up with everything in the world, that our conscience, we don't listen to our conscience. And sometimes that's God speaking to us. So spend time alone, take nature walks. Someone told me they cannot be quiet, or they cannot walk in a restaurant and buy themselves tea alone. You don't need anybody else. You're enough alone. You're complete when you're alone. Take time off your busy schedule, spend time alone. It's magical. I get these ideas I talk about here when I'm spending time alone. Like I feel connected, I feel good. It's amazing. At first you might feel crazy, especially if you're used to being around people, but you will understand. Like I need my alone time personally to recharge. I do. It's important. Try it. Try it. Also, I realized the reason I did not like myself, I did not love myself, is because I was not someone likable. So I would not like myself. And you have to work towards being someone you would like. Who are some of the people you would like? What are their characteristics? What are they about? Become a woman you would like, and work towards becoming a woman you want, a woman you would admire. Don't just say, I want to admire myself. You cannot admire yourself if you're lazy, if you have your finances crazy and you're in debt and you are crying all over, you have shitty relationships, you have 5 baby daddies. You don't want. Be a woman you would like. Have a list. It doesn't have to be written in your head. Just know, I want to be this and this woman. I want to be God-fearing. I want to make my money. Like one of my mantras became, I refuse to be broke. Men, I refuse to be broke. I will work so hard. Because some of these women we see around driving nice cars, living in very nice homes, having their life together. They have no extra organ. That's what I told myself. They have everything I have. So why can't I do it? I told myself I refused to be broke. I decided to be a woman I would admire. Work towards being someone you would like. Stop being lazy. Do a lot of self-care. That's so important. Take care of your skin. Don't sleep with makeup. Take water. When you're eating, make sure you gonna to greens hapo kando. If you don't have greens, at least even some tomatoes, some raw tomatoes. As in, take care of yourself. Be someone you would admire. Learn your craft. Read books. I will get to that. But point is, become a woman you would admire. Start keeping time. Start waking up early, maybe hitting the gym. Start eating healthy. Just start becoming someone you would like. You will start to like yourself. Trust you me. So this is also really important, especially if you can afford, if you have a insurance card, or if you can, there are also very affordable ones. Please go for therapy, get help, seek your own happiness. Sometimes we're struggling here with issues about relationships, about being unhappy, about having your life being messy, about blah, 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 blah. You keep crying to your friends, you keep crying to your relatives, and they will not help you. Some of them will just listen to you and go telling bloggers and everybody else. So go for therapy. There are people who are trained in school to help us deal with these issues. Use them, take advantage of them, and seek your own happiness. Sometimes we languish because of lack of knowledge. Also, the Bible says that somewhere around in there. My people perish because of lack of knowledge. So educate yourself. Inform yourself. If you cannot be able to go for therapy right away, read books. And I want you to start by a book called Healing Your Life by Louisa someone. Healing Your Life. I will look for it, probably might place it somewhere here. I actually read an ebook. I could not find it on soft copy because she already died. She wrote the books a long time ago. But man, you will do the exercises about loving yourself, about being a woman you like, about, you know what I mean, about upgrading your version, like upgrading yourself. So yeah, read books and start with that one, Healing Your Life. Actually, there's an audiobook on YouTube, audiobook, Healing Your Life by Louise. I can't remember her last name, Louisa someone. Listen to it. Sometimes when I'm doing house chores or when I'm just in the house doing a few things, I put her. Then I listen to her, and then her voice is magical. It's calm. She has a deep, those deep, nice, mature voices. So read books. There are a lot of ebooks pages, like there's Kitabu KE, Kitabu_KE. They sell ebooks if you cannot afford a hard copy. Personally, I buy hard copy books because I want to write notes, because my books are so personal to me and I never give out my books. I'd rather just buy someone a copy. So read books. Go to Kitabu_KE. Start by that book, Healing Your Life by Louisa. That book is magical. You will love it. You will read it over and over again. Point is, seek help. Watch also YouTube, like what you're doing now. I commend you for doing this. Watch YouTube videos about these things. Work towards improving yourself. I'm happy, but the fact that I realized I had a problem and I decided to work on it. And the reason people don't work on themselves, the reason you keep going through the same cycles with your relatives using you, or your friends, you have shitty friends, or you are in toxic relationships, or you keep falling in the same traps over and over again. Do you know why you keep doing that? Because you jump to the victim corner. You have victim mentality. You tell yourself, things are happening to me. They didn't do anything to them. Things keep happening to me. Wake up. If you jump to the victim mentality corner, you will never learn from those experiences. You will never see anything wrong, and you will never take responsibility. You keep blaming other people for your life. It's your life that's sad, not mine, not those people's lives. It's yours. So the problem is you. Sawa, don't jump into victim mentality. We do that, especially as women. Oh, that guy did that to me. That guy. As much as you do that, please look at what part you played, and look at healing that part of yourself that would let themselves be violated over and over again by friends, by relatives, by neighbors, by colleagues. You know what I mean? You have to heal that part of yourself that would keep taking pain over and over again. Don't jump into victim mentality. Work towards looking at the patterns in your life, what was not working, and work towards healing that. So also pray about it. I remember when I was going through all that, I was not able to pray. Like I could not pray. I think I didn't feel like I deserved prayer and I deserved those blessings. But as I started to reflect, I started to, and then I learned the power of solitude, spending time alone, walking alone, taking myself on dates and just having a glass of wine alone. Sometimes I just stay in the house with quietness. I started to connect with the higher power. And then sometimes, having a personal relationship with God is not about screaming all over, praying or speaking in tongues. Sometimes it's about your quiet self and just saying, God, take control. God, let your will be done. God, I dedicate this day to your hands. And I've learned something new. Please try it. When I leave in the morning, when I'm leaving home in the morning, I say, God, use me as a vessel. God, just use me as a vessel to bless other people, to be a blessing to people, to spread love. God is love. That is what God is. And so when I started having that relationship with God, I started doing things from a place of love. God is just love, full stop. And love is all there is, trust you me. So yeah, pray about it, reflect on your life, reflect. And also before I go, there's an episode I did about healing your inner child. Let me tell you, there's an inner child in every person. Kuna kitoto huko ndani. And if that child was hurt when you're growing up or went through trauma, that child stopped growing at that trauma. So you see grown-ups, but they're literally children. They are frustrated. They are crying. They are treating people like they have tantrums. They have, you know what I mean. So you have to heal that child. I had childhood trauma. I went for therapy. And that's when I learned I had childhood trauma and I had to heal that child. And most of childhood trauma occurs in our childhood. And sometimes it does not mean your caregivers, your parents or whoever, or your teachers, like they did it intentionally or they wanted to hurt you. For example, for me, I went to boarding school. I felt abandoned and that thing affected me completely. So I had to heal that child. There's an episode I've spoken about healing your inner child. Please, healing your inner child. Watch it and then I've put a link where it takes you to a meditation video. It takes you back. Mine took me back to when I was 10 years. And when you do that hypnosis video, and I've received a lot of DMs, a lot of emails about people who've really done healing your inner child. If you watched that video and you did the exercises about healing that child, loving that child again, because the inner child is the person who lives. It's not this tall Muthoni, grown up Muthoni with a big bust. It's that child, that young Muthoni is the person who lives. If they went through trauma, you have to heal. And the worst part is things might have happened to you when you were growing up, maybe abuse, or maybe you've seen people you love suffer, and even some people watch their parents suffer from cancer and die. Sometimes those things traumatize you. It doesn't have to be someone did really something to you intentionally. Sometimes you also don't realize you have childhood trauma until you start healing it, and then it start bringing about emotions. I was also talking to someone else and they were telling me they don't want to go to therapy because they don't want to start going through their wounds. They don't want to start going through their childhood. You have to go back and heal that child. There is no other choice. Otherwise, you will just continue living life in dysfunction. You'll just continue being unhappy. You have to go back and heal that child. So I want to leave it at that. Pray, and you don't have to just tell God, let your will be done. Start from there, let your will be done. Let your will be done. And then eventually you will graduate to, and then also try that one, the one I say, God, use me as a vessel. God, may I be a blessing to everybody I meet today or to someone today. May someone have a good day because of me. Someone believe in the goodness of life. And for example, if you're feeling suicidal and all those things, you probably need to stop, to jump or to come out of the victim mentality and understand it's your world. And those people, you have let them in your world to make you feel like that. You can take control again. You know what I mean? You can, it's possible, it's a start. You might probably need help, professional help. That's why I say seek therapy. If you can, please seek therapy. It's amazing. It works. It worked on me. I also had to do a lot of work, a lot of exercises. I watched a lot of videos. I watched a lot. I read a lot of books. I'm a bookworm. I love reading, especially self-help books. And that's why I even decided to start this channel. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. Leave your comment down below and please share these videos.